I grow up, I make the NBA, make $1,000,000, or maybe be an astronaut. That was all a little harder than I thought. I'd have my name up in the stars, the fancy clothes, the flashy cars, but that was back a couple dreams ago. Reality ain't quite like the TV shows. And if I could go back to when my teachers asked what I wanna be one day, when I grow up I'd say I just wanna be happy, make a little living that'll last me, couple rugrats in the backseat. Is that too much to ask? I don't need the models and the money, just a girl that really, really loves me. Take her back home to Kentucky, I'd be lucky if that's all I had. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. And what's the point of being the best when everybody that I used to idolize is depressed? No need to go flex and move out to the west and buy a mansion that I can't afford and end up in debt. Yeah, and if I could go back to when my teachers asked what I wanna be one day, when I grow up I'd say I just wanna be happy, make a little living that'll last me, couple rugrats in the backseat. Is that too much to ask? I don't need the models and the money, just a girl that really, really loves me. Take her back home to Kentucky, I'd be lucky if that's all I had. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. I used to say when I grow up, I make the NBA, make $1,000,000, or maybe be an astronaut. That was all a little harder than I thought. I'd have my name up in the stars, the fancy clothes, the flashy cars, but that was back a couple dreams ago. Reality ain't quite like the TV shows. And if I could go back to when my teachers asked what I wanna be one day, when I grow up I'd say I just wanna be happy, make a little living that'll last me, couple rugrats in the backseat. Is that too much to ask? I don't need the models and the money, just a girl that really, really loves me. Take her back home to Kentucky, I'd be lucky if that's all I had. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. And what's the point of being the best when everybody that I used to idolize is depressed? No need to go flex and move out to the west and buy a mansion that I can't afford and end up in debt. Yeah, and if I could go back to when my teachers asked what I wanna be one day, when I grow up I'd say I just wanna be happy, make a little living that'll last me, couple rugrats in the backseat. Is that too much to ask? I don't need the models and the money, just a girl that really, really loves me. Take her back home to Kentucky, I'd be lucky if that's all I had. I just wanna be happy, 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 ooh. I just
Anybody in here with me?
Happy, happy,
Cheers.
happy, ooh.
I will say, I mean, I'm not thrilled or happy about the game tonight, but you know, you always lean back and realize what you got. I got a beer, and I got you guys, so I'm happy. And we're ripping this without a crowd because I got to speak my mind without feedback. And I get it. I'm doing it at 1:50 in the morning, and you know, sometimes you have to do that because you have to complain. And I'm going to complain a little bit. I have stats. We're not going to get too much into it. But I will say this. I will say that this is one stat I have to give you. Let me get the screenshot up. It is. Oh, I got it. Don't worry. 10 penalties called in the first half for the Bills. The Eagles had 1. And y'all watch the game. I mean, it is what it is. Second half, we lost the game. And you know what? My friend is an Eagles fan. He was at the game and he goes, the good teams overcome. And I do not know what to say to that. I was like, you're right. The great teams overcome, and the Eagles did. They're a great team, apparently. I just hope you guys enjoy the Broncos versus the Browns in the playoffs. That's what we're going to get. Like, we're going to have that. The Broncos versus the Browns. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Is that who it is? No. What's his... I don't even know the dude's name. What's the quarterback for the Browns? And then Russell Wilson. That's going to be a fun wild card matchup. Y'all have fun. It just... The schedule sucks for the Bills. I mean, we got to win. I still think we get a wild card. Could you imagine... playing the Bills as your wild card team? You're like, this is bullshit. Imagine getting the 2 seed. So you're the Dolphins. You have 3 losses. And you have to play the Bills. After, like, losing to them the week before. You're like, all right, we're definitely going to, like, we got them at home. You're like, shit, can we? It's going to be great. Like, when I saw the schedule, when I saw the schedule, and we were the Dolphins last week, I was like, man, the NFL definitely has this figured out. We are going to be playing the Dolphins to get into the playoffs. I hope. We might be out by then. We might be statistically out by then. I don't know. Either way, we got basketball. I'm going to turn to basketball this year, apparently. Or just talk to you guys. I don't know. All right, here we go. We're going to rip. I'm very upset about the game, as you can tell. Vegas won. Can you... Follow the money is what I tell people. Everyone's like, really? The Bills are plus 3.5? No one bet on the Bills. But guess what? The Eagles did not cover. You know why? Because they won in overtime. Oh my God, you guys don't even see it. Nobody even sees it. They'll talk about it. They'll talk about it tomorrow. They're like, wait, you mean the Eagles won? So like they didn't even cover the spread. You know why? Because in overtime you can't kick the extra point. It's crazy. 3.5. When I saw that line, I was like, and then for a brief minute, it went to 3. And people were like, do you see the Eagles Bills line went to 3? And it did. It went to 3 for like a minute. And everyone hammered it. So they bumped it up to 3.5. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. Why is everyone hammering it? 3? Because Vegas knows. They knew. It blows my mind. They're so good at what they do. One of my favorite movies of all time is Two for the Money. If you've never seen it, please go watch it. Al Pacino, Matthew McConaughey. Listen, I did well. I did well betting today. I bet Diggs to score a touchdown. That was my big bet. He scored. Barely. He scored, though. I wish you could bet on the refs. Could you bet the refs will just be really bad? Could you? The refs will blow at least 4 calls. New York will at least have to phone into Gene. What's the dude's name that says, well, the refs do have a lot to watch. What's the dude they bring on screen? My quote of the night was Tony Romo, who said, they got that call wrong on so many levels. I'm so glad I didn't go to the game, I guess. That's part of it. I don't know, man. It's would I be this upset if we were 11-2? No. Am I being honest? Yes. If we were 11-2, I wouldn't be mad. If we got the ref calls, would I be this mad? No. I'm bitter. I'm 100% bitter. It is what it is. But it is bad to watch. It's like a 6-6 team when you know you're better. And it's so easy to be like, oh, well, Josh Allen needs to stop turning the ball over. Sure. That's very easy to say if you don't scan out, you know. I love Luke is a fun guy, isn't he? If you don't scan out and be like, well, what else has he done? Josh Allen is a very good player. Cade Cunningham hypnotized. He's good. And this is not as a Bills fan. Like, I'm annoyed with him. Yo, here's the deal. Josh and I had a talk tonight. You don't know what Josh and I talked about? I'll tell you how Josh and I had a talk tonight. Because I have a fucking full-size... I'm going to post a picture of it. I have a full-size fat head of him. I'm talking taller than me. It's an actual size. He's like 6'3", 6'4", whatever he is. And I talked to him. I was like, dude, stop. Stop throwing turnovers. And he's like, my receivers won't get open. I'm like, I get it, man, but you got to stop throwing the ball. Like, we talked about it. I'm like, it's all right, man, I get it. Like, you're trying. Josh looks like Josh right now. There's a scoot. I'm not even mad at Josh right now. It is not a Josh problem. That guy could not have done more tonight. And anyone that says like, oh, it's a Josh Allen problem. Everyone's like, Josh can't win an overtime game. That game shouldn't have been in overtime. We missed 2 field goals. How Josh isn't kicking the field goals? He's not. We missed 2 field goals. He ain't kicking the field goals. It is so... poor Josh. He's got to go on. There he is. Sheesh. Victor Wembanyama for the Spurs. There you go, Chris. It is so easy to be like... Oh, by the way, time out. Thank you for the therapy right now. If anyone's watching this, I apologize. I hope you just fast forward to the recap. I really do. I genuinely hope you fast forward to the recap. But in case you're actually listening, understand this is my therapy, so I appreciate you guys. And feel free to message me and be like, dude, it's cool. Vent. You got it. I don't get how it's Josh's fault. And everyone wants to do it. You know, we live in this society. Oh, what's this? Devin Vassell out of 199. We live in this society where everyone wants to, like, we want people to fail. I just don't get that mindset. I won't. Everyone's been like, for years, people like, Dak sucks. Carson Wentz is a prime example. Everyone was on Carson Wentz's dick. He took him to the Super Bowl. And Big Dick Nick was like, I got this. James Harden out of 999. And Nick won it. And they built a statue of Nick Foles. That dude played in the playoffs. That was it. He just came in and was like Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's who Nick Foles was. He was Ryan Fitzpatrick. And they built a statue of that dude. And Carson Wentz... I can come play for you guys. I'm good. He's making Colin Kaepernick mixtapes on the high school fields. That's not okay. No bueno, man. He's not that bad, right? Carson Wentz has got to be better than Tim Boyle. What is happening in this league? I just can't understand it. I can't. You're not going to for a minute convince me that Tim Boyle should be starting for the Jets this week. And Carson Wentz is just like, I'm out here. I get the Colin Kaepernick thing. Listen, Colin Kaepernick supporters, I get your frustration. Ooh, look at this. We're going to top load this bad boy. That's pretty. Trae Young for the Hawks. Going out to Tyler Dahl. That's a nice one, man. That's clean. Centered. Beautiful. Looking good. I can get the Colin Kaepernick hate. Like, oh, how does he start? Listen, Colin Kaepernick got paid a really hefty bounty from the NFL. He got a settlement. You can say what you want. Yeah, but he's still a quarterback. No, man. You do not sue your employer and then get rehired. It just doesn't happen, guys. It's not it is political. It's not a race thing, though. It is not. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just office politics. You can't sue your employer and then be like, oh, you only employ slaves, but also will you hire me back? Come on, it doesn't we're not that dumb as a society, right? We're not. Should he be playing the NFL over Tim Boyle? Yes. Yeah, he probably should, even at 38. At this point, I believe Dan Marino should be playing over Tim Boyle. I think Dan Marino at 85 should be playing over Tim Boyle. That's just reality, man. So yes, Colin Kaepernick should as well. But Carson Wentz, that dude just not playing. Phillip Rivers should just stop having kids and come back. He had another one. You see Phillip Rivers had another kid, Brandon Miller, attacked the rack. What's he doing? He's at home now. Stop having kids. You now have to parent. You have to be a dad, Phillip Rivers. Stop having fucking kids. What is he doing? At this point, it's the only time he's allowed to have sex. His wife is like, you want to have sex? You got to make a kid. He's like, all right, I'll do it. Grady Dick. I think there's that's how Phillip Rivers' wife works. She's like, I'm not on birth control. You're not wearing a condom. That's the only way we're having sex. And Phillip Rivers is just like, all right, that's cool. And every time he's had sex with his wife, he just has a kid. It's got to be, right? How do you have... Dude has 9 kids. How does this happen? Tumani Kamara for the Suns. This is why we're doing this break at 2 in the morning. And I hope y'all are just fast forwarding to the recap. Because if not, man, we're all in big trouble. And I'm sorry for you that you wasted your time watching me. Oh, anybody got a redemption guess? No one's live. At least I'll save $5 that way. And you can't get it post facto. Derek Lively, Jalen Green, Jamtastic. I'll give $5 to someone just for guessing redemption. They ain't doing it. I have to say your name for it to count because I'm a market. And Anthony Edwards, City Edition. Oh, Dougie, there he is. You know what's funny? I was like, I bet you Dougie's up. I knew it. You could at least message me and be like, I ain't gonna talk, but I'm here, buddy. You gotta come in like that, hating on me. I didn't random it. Message random.org, dude. At least guess a redemption. Dude, did you watch the Bills-Eagles game, Doug? It was bad. We won that game, right? You don't have to say anything. Blink twice if you agree. I saw you blink twice. It's cool. You have been waking up at 2 in the morning. Doug messaged me at 2 in the morning. He's like, hey. Like, crack out. I just woke up. Hey. Dude, calm down, man. I get it. You got the Mets gloves. Seth Lundy? It is not an Al Bundy. It is a Seth Lundy. We got to figure out who this is. This fucking guy. One of one Jordan. Can you imagine? So, can we just for a minute, can we talk about how people are so dumb in this hobby? I've gotten 8 messages this week about Bowman Draft. I hate top. I'll get into it in a minute. Let me get this done first. I hate that people want to just chase a Brady. We all know Brady did not play baseball, right? We understand this together. Yeah? We understand this. We understand there's a total of 50 Brady autographs. And they're going to print a bajillion cases of product. And they're going to price the hell out of it, right? Hey, newsflash. Go buy a fucking Brady autograph. Stop. Oh, man. And everyone wants the Expos. By the way, it's the Nationals. Just so we're clear. Oh my God. I hate what Fanatics has done to the hobby. I hate it. They just make like one chase thing and then everyone spends all their money and they're like, breakers suck. Of course the big breakers, yeah, of course they're going to get it. They open a bajillion fucking cases of it. I can't do it. Here we go. Hoops. It is Rookie Ink. I'm on one tonight, clearly. Card 39 is said the Hawks. Oh, will there be a huge bounty on the Brady? There are Brady cards. Oh my God, I want to be a huge bounty. There will be, because they'll create it. They will create a bounty. And that's not a problem, Doug. They should, because they're going to open fucking 9 million cases of it. The Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks going out to Tyler Dahl. What bothers me is when people are like, of course a breaker would pull it. Are you opening cases of product? You know what it is? Every dude that doesn't open a pack of Bowman is going to bitch about the fact that a breaker opened it. And listen, I don't like the big guys either. I don't. I'm not a Walmart fan, for God's sakes. But stop blaming them. They're opening so much product. They should open it. Odds would tell you, Willy Wonka. Let me go back to the guy who opened up one of the golden tickets. Was it Veruca? Veruca Salt? Her dad owned the company and he shut down production so they could all open cases of candy bars. That's a fucking big breaker. They're just trying to find the big card. They're trying to find the golden ticket. Yes. One of them people is going to open the card. At least one of them. Go ahead. Buy in every break they post. You'll bankrupt yourself. You will. Ooh, look at this. I always love when people are like, oh, I had that team 9 breaks ago with them. Wow. Did you? Yeah, they open thousands of cases. They should open it. If I scratch off 1,000 lottery tickets, I'm probably going to win a few lottery tickets. But you can't buy into them all. And you know what people believe? They believe they're like, oh, I bought into one of those. I just didn't get the right one. Oh, man. Oh, you were so close. Or you could just like hang out and open cards and have fun. I don't know. I'm very different in the hobby. Well, and that's what's crazy. When they don't open it, when one of the big breakers don't open it, it's like, oh. It's like still their fault they didn't open it, right? Woo! Look at this. We're 2 for 2. Whitehead for the Nets. Who's got the Nets? Doug, look at this. My kids would call this a full art card. These are so cool. I love these cards. Best insert of the year for Panini. Look at this. These are awesome. My understanding is they have autographs. I haven't seen them yet. They don't call them presentations though. I could be wrong. Well, and Doug, there's nothing wrong with it. And if people do, I think people are starting to. They're winning people over because people think that's where the hits go. They have been convinced that that's where the hits go, and that's fine. Eventually, they'll realize that you have to buy into a lot of breaks to get there. And also, they just don't care about you. It's not like, we always say we create a family, right? We do. That's not for everyone. It's not. DeMar DeRozan. look, to each their own. I don't judge people. If you want to get in those guys, you know, I'm not going to say I wouldn't one day. Maybe one day I will. We might all have to do that to open cards. That might be the only way to open cards one day. Scoot. Attack the rim. I know I won't ever do it. I joke about it, but I wouldn't ever do it. Only because I know, like, it is a production for them, you know? It is not about hanging out, talking game. You know, it's just like, how many cases can we rip through an hour? The only reason I'm ripping this late, which I don't like doing this, I want people to hang out. I just did not want to talk about the game tonight. Yeah, it was a different time though, Doug, too. Like back then, it was a race. Oh, we got the redemption. And it's going to be, for the first one, is going to be Gigi Jackson the second. That's what we call our grandma, Gigi. The Grizzlies going out to Frank the Tank getting on it. Memphis Grizzlies. And Doug, nothing wrong with that, right? Like, if that's the way you want your cookies to crumble, to each your own, man. I just always think it's funny when I have messages from people like, how do I get in your contest? I'm like, getting our breaks. I break with so-and-so. I'm like, well, that's cool too. I'm sure they have contests. No, they don't run fantasy. I mean, that's what we do here. We develop family. The giveaways get people, dude. They like the hope of getting one of their giveaways. What is this coming up? But Doug, I'm glad you're with us, man. You get it. I may have to go to a basketball game this year because I'm about to give up on football. There's a scoot, Devontae Graham out of 199. Zach LaVine. I do like switching up. We have done a lot of baseball and basketball. I want to do more gloves tomorrow. We might do another one of those glove breaks with Chronicles. That was fun. Those the game used gloves are awesome. I wish they'd do that for football. Problem is like that they don't get dirty in football like they do in baseball. You just have to like grab a bat and your glove is dirty in baseball. And they play like 180 games or whatever. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like they're like, it's just like. I mean, I get it. I'd probably. Doug, I heard the way you typed it out. I heard it from them. Colin Sexton with the red back. But like, I get it. He's like, hey, wow, here's a 20K card super factor, and also a dark. Like they just moving on, and I don't get that. Imagine that, like, that sounds like not fun at all. And we have $1 million ticket winner. It's like when I went to bingo with my grandma, and she'd win. And I went with her like 18 times with Mammy, God rest her soul. And like she would stamp my card too, like to keep up. And when she would win, I would be so excited. But she would act like it was nothing. She'd be like, bingo. And then like run and they give her like, here's $70, you won bingo. And she'd be like, oh, here, go get a fish sandwich. And I was like, you just won bingo, bitch. Are you not excited? Like, she was just like, oh, but little did I know she spent like $80 on my card, you know? It's just, and that's what they are. They're just like getting through it. Shaq Diesel for the Lakers out of 99. Man, I miss my mammy, Doug. Doug, did you have grandparents you were close to? I do miss Mammy. Mammies are awesome. You know, my son Cohen, he like Nana, who passed while we were on our trip this summer. Nana was like our hero. And my son Cohen connected with her so hard. But like, he now like double connects with Gigi. There's something special about grandmas, man. Just, grandmas get it, dude. And it's like, grandmas have like a superpower that grandpas can never have. Brandon Miller. You ever connect with a grandma, Doug? You had a Gigi or a Gammy? There's a Lillard hypnotized. They took you to church. They made you behave. Were they good to you though? Like, I feel like Gammies will always like feed you. Julian Phillips, they at least like hook you up with some sweet treats. Gammies always cook the best food. Mammies, Grammys, Meemaws. Sheesh, Grady Dick. And Jet Howard, we got next. There you go, Doug. That's exactly where they're at. They take you in when no one else will. Like, they're like your safe haven, right? They'll always get you a fish sandwich. That was like, even like great aunts, my Aunt Sandy, like when I fight with my parents, I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. Aunt Sandy was like, come on down and watch HBO at my house. Like, she would always have HBO on. We'd watch like good movies together. Jeremy Grant. There it is, though. You nailed it. Something special about Gammies, right? Anti-gravity. Oh, y'all got me tired. I'm going to have to clean it up. Dog, I'm glad you woke up, man. I was thinking I was doing this alone all night. I know there's someone else in here, but they ain't going to talk about it. Rashawn Holmes, purple frame. How about that purple frame Wembanyama we pulled? Giannis. Sheesh. There you go, Doug. You nailed it. So ours is the... That's awesome. All right, hold on. Skipper's all-you-can-eat fish fillet after Sunday church, or the from Mickey D's. So listen, yeah, man, the people in here right now, they'll come out if like we give away credit. Doug, it's funny because my mammy would come out to the ball fields for baseball games, and after the game, she's always like, "Can we get you a fish sandwich?" It makes me think of the you ever watch Bad Santa? He's like, "Can I fix you a sandwich?" He nails it spot on. I was like, "That was Mammy. Can I get you?" And for some reason, if Mammy bought you the fish sandwich, it was always better, man. My mom would get us one. We're like, "This shit sucks." Just something about Mammy spending the money on a fish sandwich. I don't know, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the weird one. I'm sure I am. But, man, I love my Mammy. And my poor kids, dude. They lost their Nana. They talk about her every day, man. I want to see Nana. Dougie, you watch the Bills game, man? Nuggets strike, Jamal Murray. So we have one more box of hoops. I had 10 total. We did 3 boxes of 3. I think we're just going to razz the last one off. We have done a good job mixing up lately. You know, we've done well. Like, it's hard because we don't rip full cases and stuff, but we have pulled a monster amount of CJ Strouds. We have opened a lot of really nice stuff. Like, dude, here's the thing. Tank Dell is a monster. Why are not people like being like, Trevor Lawrence is having a really good year. Brock Purdy. I just put a $60 bet in on the Niners over Eagles next week. Because I just watched the Eagles play. Oh, what's this? Oh, is that Wembanyama? Holy shit, it is. Full art Wembanyama. There it is. That'll play. Clean as hell, baby. For the Spurs. Full art Wembanyama. Dude, Doug, that's the problem, man. Like, and you know what? If you watch the first half, you know that game should have been over even before we were up 10. That should have been a 17-point game. That should have been a game over. I can't with the NFL right now, man. But I will say we did give away one NBA team. The one person to be happy for. You know, it's Jason Upchurch's birthday today. I wanted to go live to like celebrate Upchurch and we couldn't. Look at this. By the way, we gave away $100 tournament spot if they win the tournament. We tried to fill all these NBA breaks and we couldn't. And Jason Mello won the Pacers, and the Pacers are 4-0 in pool play. How crazy is that? We gave away one. They're not great. That's not a great team. I hope they win it just to give away 100 to Jason Mello for jumping in. Dort for the Thunder. And I knew you were in that too, Dougie. I'd be just as happy for you. Scoot Henderson. I don't know how long I can continue to like support this like shit in the NFL. Bilal Coulibaly, I don't know. The Wizards, rookie purple. I mean, Doug, you're a Browns fan, so you're dealing with like you got Deshaun Watson. Do you like the Browns, Doug? Like, are you a supporter or are you just like, whatever, I don't give a shit? Be honest, like, are you still like with the Browns? I know you're a Browns fan. I'm really confused about us going to Las Vegas next year. My wife says, it ain't happening, dude. I said, well, then should we plan a trip? Because that was going to be our vacation next year. Dame Lillard with the throwback going out to the Portland Trailblazers. My wife is a pessimist, to be fair. And she goes, I don't think you're really going to Vegas. I said, I don't know if we are, but I'm still holding out hope. Trae Young. We doing it, Doug? Are we or are we not? Grady Dick. Sheesh. Rookie. I mean, this case has been good. This case of Maxwell Lewis. This case of Hoops has been very good for what it is. Oh, you did say that the other day. You did say you don't... Oh, man, I forgot. You did write that to me. I didn't know how to respond to it, but I remember you saying that. Kevin Durant, Ignition. Giannis, Jamtastic. Ah, man. I don't think it's that. Like, man, it is hard. Did you hear how bad the F1 was out there? Like, people bought... So, they're like... They price people out. So Miami and Las Vegas are the two main events for F1 racing now. Their tickets to watch the race are triple of any other country. It's like $200, $300 in other countries, $1,600 and $1,500 in like Miami and Las Vegas. So like every party I throw, Doug. How about this, Doug? Now, hear me out. Why don't you just come here and hang out with me for a week? I know that's a crazy thought, right? Like in Podunk, PA. But imagine, just hear me out. I invite some friends over. We have a draft. You get in my pool. You just hang out and just be a normal person. Since you want just like food, well, I'll take you to some good restaurants. You don't have to spend 40 grand. You just like come hang out with me in like little PA. We'll go to like a shooting range or just down to the river and shoot guns. I know that's a crazy thought. I'll make food. You and I can cook together and just hang out and just kick it. I know. Psycho. Me. But I'm just saying, like, it might be fun. You want that fam atmosphere. I'm just saying, it's not that crazy. Just do it, dude. We'll invite people. We'll invite people too. That if they don't want to come here, they don't do it. We'll go. We have a casino. We have casinos an hour within me. We'll go see a show. We'll go to a casino. You'll have more fun with me than you will in Vegas any day. We have nasty ass strip clubs here too. John Morant. Dude, there's great places around here that fit 12 people. My wife looks at houses around here all the time. Like Airbnbs around here. Nick Smith. Let's just do it, dude. We can do houses around here. Dude, great land. You can hunt on it too. Come during hunting season. You know what? We overpay to go to the things we think will be fun. Draymond Green out of $199. We overpay to do these things that we think will be fun. And in reality, like we could just like, oh, another redemption. Look at this shit. I bet you Dre would have more fun hanging out here than she would going to Vegas. I really believe that. Well, I don't know Dre enough to say that. Like, that's rude for me to predict what Dre would like. But I do believe she would have fun. My wife is going to be so boring to her. But that's all right. My wife will probably chill her out a little bit. Vassal out of 99. Just come hang out, man. Cook food, get in an above ground pool. Ghetto fab swimming. Live that low life with me, Dougie. Juchevic. Yeah, so just do this. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from you, dude. That was kind of the vibe I got. And you were like, I was like, why are we going to Vegas for this? Because my wife was the same way. She was like, I don't want to go to the like shows. Because her friend was like, we're going to go to Thunder Down Under. And we're going to like, and she's like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, I kind of want to gamble. She's like, I hate gambling. And I was like, well, I don't think Doug wants to do that either. Maybe we'll just stay in the place. She's like, why are we going to Vegas? I'm like, I don't know. I think because it's like a place that people want to go. And you're like, but we only want people that want to hang out. I'm like, this shit didn't add up. So just everyone come here. We'll do a fucking ghetto ass draft, man. It'll be fun. We have those here, Doug. Did you search here? Like, people sell houses like that here. Oh, here it is. Hoops Art Signature Vertical. You want to get guessing, Dougie? Oh, I've seen these can be dual autographs. Hoops Art Signature. Oh, come on now. Vertical. Card 4. Carson Wallace, Oklahoma City Thunder, Rich Martinez. It doesn't say what it's number 2. That's what I thought the presentations were. Hoops Art Signature Vertical. Oklahoma City Thunder. Good break. Well, you know, unfortunately with this product, it seems like if you want to get a good auto, you got to get a redemption. That Wembanyama. Wow. What a break. Doug, let's just talk about it. I'm just saying, I don't really want to go to Vegas either. If I go to Vegas, I want to see Bruno Mars. He was touring there, and I didn't go then. But, Doug, now hear me out real quick before I do a recap. What if we didn't need that big of a place and we just like got an okay place and we went and did all those things? We just spent that extra money on like a limo bus that drove us around, and we spent the money on drinks, maybe a private chef for a couple nights. I mean, there are options. I just want to hang out with you, man. It isn't going to be all that. You know, Jim Carrey said it best. I wish I could find the quote. But he's like, I wish everyone could be rich and famous so they could realize, or he goes, I wish everyone could be rich and famous for a week so they could realize it wasn't everything they thought it would be. Essentially. I'm just saying, like, let's just go hang out, dude. I just want to hang out with people I care about, for what it's worth. Draymond Green out of 199, Vassell out of 99, Grady Dick. Everyone chasing that dream that doesn't exist. I just want to be cool and hang out. Kalabali for the Wizards. And the Lillard, we got the Jamal Murray out of 999. The Phillips purple frame, O'Neal out of 99, Sexton redback, Graham out of 199. We got the LeBum, my kids. Kamara for the Suns. We got Dick out of 99, out of 999, the James Harden for the Sixers, and the Sheesh Wembanyama. You weren't done, Wembanyama, because you got this full art. What? And Dariq Whitehead for the Nets and the Hawks. And then our hits were the Oklahoma City Thunder. We only count these ones. Thunder going out to Rich Martinez. You're going to love that recap. And the Hawks going out to Tyler Dahl. Appreciate you, Doug, coming in and hanging out with me, man. I needed you tonight. I really do appreciate you. And then the Grizzlies. I'm glad you woke up, man. It was meant to be. You were my therapy tonight, dude. As you have been for so long. I know you hate cards. I know you want to go back to guns, but I would so much miss you, man. I really would. You know what it's about, man. I'm going to do 2 $5 hitless credits. Doug, if I was brave, I would absolutely just be like, let's open a pair of gloves. But I'm not that brave. You know you don't have to get in. You can just come hang out. I know that's not your forte. It's like me going to the casino. That is literally what it's like. I'm like, oh, I won't gamble. I quit. Dude, my family makes fun of me because they're like, oh yeah, you quit betting on sports, right? And then like a day later, I was up $1,100. Like, well, the Bills fired their offensive coordinator, so I'm back. They're like, that was 2 weeks ago. No, it is bad. I get it, man. We just don't live that life. Magic and Celtics. It is going to be Frank and Calkins each getting a $5 hitless credit. Doug, think about it, man. We don't have to go to Vegas to have a good time. Drake can just dance for us, dude. It's cool. We'll pay her. She's probably better than most of them anyhow. Tell her. I love you, dude. I love you guys. I hate the NFL. Oh, I'm so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm so depressed.